Hey guys, it's Radical here, and in today's video, I'm going to be ranking every single update in 2025 for Fleet Facility, and unlike the last ranking video, I'm not going to rank them from worst to best, but from the first to the last updates of 2025. And this time, I'm going to be doing it with a tier list, so it should be a little more fun. I mean, we got S tier, A tier, all the way down to F tier. But of course, these are just my opinions, so let me know what you guys agree with and disagree with them in the comments, without telling me to end my life. But you know what, let's go ahead and hop straight into our first update. And we get to start it off with the VC update, or better known as the voice chat servers update. Now, this is one of the only small updates actually included on this list, because the other ones are just kind of like bug fixes and that type of stuff. But because it is kind of a small update, there's not much place I can put it but the D tier. Not the F tier, because I actually enjoy voice chat servers, but because, you know, it's a pretty small update. I mean, this is literally all they added, and they ended off a really good Christmas update, so there's not much places I can really put it. Now, after the VC update, on the 2nd of February, we got the Lunar News update, and I would rate this update a pretty good update. Like, I'd probably put it in like the high D tier, like low C tier. But I'm putting it in the F tier because all we got were minimal lobby changes, which are fine, that's whatever, and one set. But the catch with this one set is that it was a Robux set, which meant that anyone who wasn't using their mom's credit card for Fleet Facility at all had literally nothing in this update but a gong in the lobby to stare at. So I'm putting it straight to the F tier. I do have this set, but not because I bought it. I was not spending my Robux on an update that literally only added that. That's crazy. Now, luckily for ourselves, we have the Valentines update, which came out 9 days after, you know, Valentine's Day. But people like to say you can spend Valentine's Day every day, so I guess it's one of the only updates you can add in like December and no one's gonna care because, you know. Now, this update gave us the Valentine's bundles, which are pretty cool. I like them. It also gave us, I think, some abandoned facility Optimus changes. I forgot what the changes were, but you know, the map got changed. And it also gave us our very first like additional rarity, which was the elusive rarity, which also, you know, came with a set and a quest. And the reason why I'm putting this update into the C tier is because of how poorly implemented this quest was. In fact, it was so poorly implemented, I was never able to get it. It never let me. They even did a fix 1 week into the update, and I was still never able to get it. And low-key, I would put it in F tier just because of that. Because I'm not going to use my bias, I will put it in the C tier because the Valentine's bundles were pretty cool. The quest itself was obviously terrible, but I did like trying to do the little petals and find them around the trading post. That was pretty cool. But overall, like, there's not much higher I can put this. I mean, even without the bias, the update isn't that really good. Now, almost a month later, we got the St. Patrick's update, which was released on the 18th of March, which gave us, I think, 2 sets, one being a credit one being a Robux one. We also got the addition of the abandoned prison Maximus map, and a few map changes, you know, other maps, and I like the Maximus map. It was pretty cool. And then as time went on, I've started to slowly hate it and hate it more and really hate it. Not hate it to where I won't vote it, but hate it to where, like, it's not the best map, or it's not one of the best, especially with how small it is. But besides that, the update, it's pretty good. Yeah, I'll put it in the B tier. I mean, the 2 sets we got, you know, they're pretty cool. St. Patrick's Day should technically be a small update because, you know, like, not that much people actually know what that is, including myself. I still have no idea what St. Patrick's Day is. But regardless, it was a decent update. It gave us 2 sets. It gave us a new map. I gotta put it in the B tier. And unfortunately, our streak of slowly climbing the tiers of, you know, better and better updates ends here with the Pro Servers update. And I'm only putting this in D tier and behind the voice chat servers because, one, Pro Servers are a cool addition, but they were poorly introduced and to this day have still not been fixed. They have terrible region-based like matchmaking, I guess you can say. You join a server and you're either dealing with 200 ping or 30. It's crazy. Now, after the St. Patrick's Day update, we got probably one of the best updates Fleet Facility has ever seen, which also started a streak of some pretty good updates, but I almost spoiled them. We'll get to them when we get to them. This update was, of course, the Easter update, which came out with an entire egg hunt to get our second elusive set in the game, which was such a fun quest. I think you had to collect like 13 eggs in a bunch of different maps. And some people didn't really like how this worked because I think only one person could collect it per map. Which I didn't really mind because I completed it in a day, so it wasn't really a struggle for me. But I get the complaint from many other people. His update was also delayed by a bit, which created like a pretty big outrage in the Discord server. But I think it was low-key worth it. It also gave us the Sanctuary Zoo map, which is probably one of the best looking maps in the game. but also one of the worst gameplay maps in the game. They also removed Laboratory Complex in this update, which was honestly like probably a good change because most people didn't really like this map. But it is coming back with a remix or a rework, I guess. But overall, one of the best updates the game has ever seen. I'm putting it into the S tier. This shouldn't have been a surprise. Continuing the streak of great updates came the Arsenal update, which was released on the 23rd of May and gave us our second egg hunt, or quote-unquote egg hunt. It only came with 3 items and, well, wasn't an egg hunt or eggs, it was Arsenal items. But it was still a really fun quest, which gave a pretty good reward for doing it. It also came out with a pretty controversial set, which was like, I think the most expensive set we've gotten in the game, being worth 5,000 credits, which I bought 2 of for some reason, and now I'm broke, but it's okay, you know? I bought it, I thought it would climb value, but I'm looking back and I'm pretty sure it's like top 50 like least value hammers in the game. So that's unfortunate, but this update did come out as a surprise. There was no build up or release date or any talk about it from the developers. So it was really cool just to be surprised with a random collab. So I'm gonna put it in the A tier. I probably would have put it in S tier if it had the Arsenal set that you could buy in the shop made cheaper, because 5,000k is crazy, and it isn't even one of the craziest looking hammers. It has the regular build with a few horns and cool colors, but that's kind of rude. Now, just practically 2 weeks later, we got the spring update, which it gave a few fog changes to a couple maps and stuff, and it gave us a bunch of sets this update. But the main reason why I'm putting this update into the B tier, probably in front of the St. Patrick's Day update, but in the B tier, is because of how overpriced their sets were. I don't think they learned the lesson from the Arsenal update when they made a 5,000k credit or set credit, whatever, man. I don't think they learned the lesson, because in this update they released a bunch of 5,000. I think they released 2 actually, but they released a bunch of overpriced sets in this update. That's a better way to word it. We had like 2 5,000k sets, 2 2,500s, and then we had the Robux sets. And yeah, some of those sets had like other like items inside of them, which made them a little more pricey. But then they also, like, to this day have 1,500 sets, which also release like epic items in them. So I don't get what their pricing ideas are. It's really random. They look at a set, see like, oh, this looks cool, let's just raise the price, and yeah, that's how they decided, even though it's the same rarity as every single one. So I'm just gonna put it in a B tier because their pricing, the way they do prices, needs to be, you know, checked out. Now, just 4 days after the spring update, we got the Pig 64 collab update, which, mind you, not even a month after the Arsenal collab, and not even a week after the spring update, we got an entire new update slash collab. And this update, like, besides the Pig 64 part of it, gave us free private service, so I feel like that automatically puts it at S tier, which is crazy. But we also got a new elusive set, which came with an entire subworld where you had to like hack computers while these pigs were chasing and stuff. I had so much fun doing this. A lot of people didn't, but this is my ranking, not theirs, so it don't matter. I'm putting it at S tier. I think it was a really fun quest. I'm putting it behind the Easter update, but I do think this quest was better than the Easter update. But obviously, this is all we got out of the update. But it was worth it. Now, released on the 19th of June came the Series 2 update, which removed the Pig 64 part of the quest for the the previous update and just allowed you to go straight into the subworld. And I know a lot of people were happy about that because that was a really challenging part of the quest. But the main highlight of this update, of course, is the Series 2 crate, which was pretty cool. I mean, it only took them 7 years, which is kind of crazy. But it's a pretty decent update. It also removed the springtime update. It's not that big of an update. It's the Series 2 crate, but sets aren't even that crazy. The legendary sets kind of look worse than the first series, if you ask me. But I'm gonna put it in the B tier. I'm gonna put it just after the St. Patrick's update, but before the spring update. Now, the next update we got was the 5 billion visits update, which is such a cool milestone. But you'd assume for a cool milestone, we'd get a really cool set, and no, it's this blue set with just a couple not a couple, it's a lot of Pokemon's, but it's just a boring set. It's nothing cool in my opinion. The anniversary sets have more coolness to them. And besides that part of the update, we also got like Pig 64, which was like 2,500 credits and 4,000 XP. It's whatever. I don't get why that wasn't added during the Pig 64 update. But I would put it in the F tier, which is kind of surprising. But it's such a big milestone, I'm gonna put it in the C tier. But behind this, not in the D tier, because I feel like these just belong to these two updates. I will put it in the low C tier. Now, the update after the 5 billion visits update is arguably, at least for others, one of the best updates the game has ever seen, and you know I'm talking about that 8th anniversary update. It came out with the Stalker perk, which is obviously the first perk besides Runner to be added to the game, since Runner has been there since the game's debut. And Stalker perk, when it released, I don't know if it was bad or I guess it doesn't really matter, but Stalker perk, great perk to the game, changed up the meta. Instead of people just listening for the beats like Q and stuff, you have to actually pay attention to the game now in case someone is sneaking up on you. So I like how it kind of changed the game's formula. It made the game a little more unique. We also got one of the most detailed lobbies facilities ever seen to that day, which is crazy. It was a very art themed update. I loved all the sets. We got Great, we got the 8th anniversary set, we got the theoretical spotlight set, and I think we got a couple others too, which was really cool. We also got the spaceship map, which a lot of people don't like, but I think I have it in my top 10 for my ranking video. I'll put the actual ranking on screen. We also, like I'm in the dev team, right? The devs also removed the sewer treatment plant map, which was probably one of the more hated maps. I forget where I actually ranked this, and I don't remember if I liked it or not because it's been so long. They also removed brokens in this update, which is ironic because I got a broken playing yesterday. Crazy. The brokens were noticeably fixed though, until they stopped being fixed and they started breaking again. But overall, great update, and while I did say the Easter update is one of the best, I do think I have the best update here, and it is the 8th anniversary update. Then it came another great update, the Summer's End update, which I guess was delayed a lot because it was released in September, but September is still technically summer, guys, so it's not really, you know, a late update, and it's also titled Summer's End, so it's made for the end of summer, so it makes sense. But a lot of people were mad of how late this update took. Now something I wanted to do is put this lower because the update or the game actually got deleted when this update came out, but I'm not gonna be petty and do that. I am gonna put it in S tier because we got the coolest, the best lobby we've ever seen in the game, and a bunch of really cool sets. I mean, I think this is the first lobby to actually change the layout of the lobby, so a lot of people were really hyped about that, including myself. I thought it was really cool, so I am putting it in S tier. I'm going to put it behind the 8th anniversary update though, but in front of the Easter update. Actually, no, I think I'm going to put it right here. I think the egg hunt was a little bit cooler than everything in here. Now, released a month later came the Haunted Mansion revamp, which changed the map entirely. Or not entirely, majority of the map looked pretty different. Some of the layout was the same, but some of the layout was absolutely different. So of course, the revamp came out in this update. I loved the revamp. It made it one of my top 10 maps, my top 5 maps, I'm pretty sure. And it also came with the search and filter bar for inventories, which is such a nice quality of life update that I gotta put it in the B tier. I will put it behind the spring update, but I'll put it in front of the Series 2 update. And then we got the pretty delayed Halloween update, which came out on the 10th of November, which is kind of weird because last time I checked, Halloween was, you know, on the 31st, and you normally release a Halloween update before. Whatever, man. Anyways, this lobby was so cool. Oh my gosh, I loved this lobby. It came out with like a secret set too, which is so cool. And I think there was also like a quest where you can get 2 other like rare sets, which was like the backroom set and the Haunted Mansion set. I forgot what they're actually called. We also got the 3rd perk, which was the Seer perk. But I think this perk kind of had a bad release, and it could have been done better. But I still think it's a really good, well, not really good perk, but yeah, no, I don't think it's a good perk. But I think it had a pretty funky release. But it was cool to see another perk being added to the game. It also added a cool quality of life feature, so I will give it that. And that quality of life feature was making lockers transparent when you enter them, which, oh my gosh, it's such a small like QOL update. Yeah, I love it. It's a great update. It also brought the nuclear power plant update, or remake, I guess, in this update. And I'm not really the biggest fan of this map. I would rate it higher now, compared to my ranking video. I forgot my ranking, but it was definitely not the highest, I'll tell you that. I like the old version better. We also got our first seasonal map being the autumn version of the zoo map, which was pretty cool, and I hope they keep adding these seasonal maps. I liked it. And overall, while it's such a great update, it does have not a few but a bunch of flaws at the same time, so I will put it in the A tier ahead of the Arsenal update. Then I decided to consider the Part 2 update into this ranking, which I wasn't gonna, but I'm realizing how much stuff was added. And I was wrong. Apparently in this update then we got the 2 quests and the secret hammer, not the Halloween update. So maybe I should put it here for that, but I'm gonna keep it where it is. We did get the Ghost Town map, which I thought was going to be limited, but no, it was official. And I don't get why any of these maps weren't added in the actual Halloween update. I feel like this Part 2 update should have never existed, but it's whatever. We also got the backrooms map, which came back, which is why it's the thumbnail here, because it's what they didn't actually have an official thumbnail. And we also got a ton of new exit sounds, which again, the quality of life this year that they've been doing is genuinely crazy. I'm so happy that this is happening. And overall, I think the part 2 was just as good as the regular update. I'm gonna put it right here. Now, luckily for ourselves, we were spoiled with another update only 7 days later, being the autumn update, which gave us a whopping 8 sets, which is genuinely crazy. I'm pretty sure that's the most sets we've gotten, excluding crates, from seasonal updates, and for an autumn update too. Like that's crazy. Something about these seasonal updates, I feel like they put more effort into than like Christmas or Halloween. I guess Christmas is a seasonal update, while Halloween is Halloween. But yeah. But overall, while it is only just like a small lobby change in the 8 sets, I think it's enough to put it in the 8 tier in front of the part 2 of the Halloween update. And now our final update, and I'm surprised it's actually made it for the 2025 ranking. It didn't enter January 2026. But we got the Christmas update, which gave us the best lobby in the entire game. It's an automatic S tier. I'm sorry, best lobby in the game, and there's no debate. Better than the summer lobby. It changed layout again. It's one of the biggest lobbies, one of the most detailed, and it came out on time. It came out on Christmas Day. That is such a crazy feat for the game. Oh my god. Also, we got a bunch of cool sets, but I do wish there was more. It was kind of lackluster. We got like 4 or 5 sets, and then we got we got 4 credit sets, 2 Robux sets, I think. I could be wrong about all this. And then we got the crate, of course. But we also got the winter version of Haunted Mansion and the winter version of Zoo. So they started to continue the seasonal versions, and I still hope they continue them, you know, into 2026. But overall, yeah, the Christmas update. Oh, God, I gotta put it behind the anniversary update. Let me put it behind the anniversary update. There, okay. It's like it was trying to tell me, no, this is better. But yeah, I'm gonna have to put it there. And guys, this is my ranking. We have the 8th anniversary update, Christmas update, Easter update, summer update, and Pig 64 update all the way in the S tier. The Halloween, autumn, Halloween part 2, and Arsenal update in A tier. Spring update, Haunted Mansion revamp, series 2, and St. Patrick's Day in B tier. The Valentines and 8 Billions update in C tier. Voice chat and pro servers in D tier, and the Lunar New Year's update in the F tier. And yeah, I think this is the worst update, and this is the best update. Guys, if you did enjoy this video, hit that like button and subscribe. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree with my rankings, and let me know your rankings in the comment without telling me to end my life, okay? These are my opinions. Everyone has different opinions, alright? I'm gonna get to editing this now. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Oh, and let me know what you guys want me to rank next in the comments, okay? I'm open to any suggestions. Sleep facility related though. I don't want to rate every single ASIM game or sleep facility copy. Alright. Peace out, guys.